everyone, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I have beautiful Lisa J. Oh my gosh, it's so amazing to have you on my channel. I'm so happy to have you in LA. I feel like so honored that you're in LA and I get to steal you away.
The feeling is mutual for sure.
Okay, so today we have a really fun video, like a really fun, lighthearted video, because we're gonna spin the wheel twice. This wheel is filled with makeup trends. If you want to see which makeup trends we're both wearing, then keep watching. Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm excited. So excited for this. I have not done anything like this on my channel, so I'm thrilled to do this.
I'm a little nervous, honestly.
Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. I know. Lisa was like, "So what trends do you have on the wheel?" I'm like, "Well, there's some good ones and some probably not so favorable ones."
It'll stretch me out of my comfort zone, which will be good and
Same
entertaining, I'm sure.
Yeah. Do you want to spin first?
I'll go first.
Okay, I'm gonna hold it so it
doesn't fly off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh God, I'm nervous for you.
I feel like I'm gonna win something. Oh, a strong strobe blush.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. I actually really like this for you.
I love blush, so I'm on board for that.
Yes.
So strobe, does that mean like highlighted, kind of luminescent, or what?
It could be that. It could be that. I think it's open to interpretation, but I think the overall trend is really just having a lot of blush kind of blown out in this whole general region.
Okay.
So that's how I interpret like more strobe blush.
Okay.
But I think it's a little open
to how
you want to do it.
When I think of strobe, I think of strobe cream from MAC like pops in my mind.
Me too.
That's like the first thing I go to, which was like luminous. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
It could be a luminous blush.
Okay.
Definitely.
Right.
I think that's gonna be really pretty. I think that's gonna be good.
Okay.
Okay, so strong strobe blush for Lisa is her first trend. What is gonna be mine? Okay, I'm ready. Let's.
Reverse makeup. We were just talking about this. This will be fun.
I'm excited for this. Okay, so I was just explaining to Lisa off camera that reverse makeup is just doing a reverse order of your makeup that you're used to. So for me, I always start with my eyes if I'm going for like a, more eye-focused look. So in this case, I'm going to be starting with my lip and then going from there and building a look after I do my lip. So that's going to be a little challenging to wrap my head around.
Especially when you do your foundation after your lip is on.
Yes. So. Oh gosh, I didn't think about that. Okay. All right, that's good.
Are you ready for your next one?
Yep. Yes.
All matte.
I
can be on board with this.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like you're gonna have a really good look.
Yeah, I do. I'm an all matte girl. I'm from Texas, so it's usually like a million degrees there. So I'm always looking for matte products to keep my skin like fresh all day.
Yeah, and long lasting.
Yeah.
I'm excited for yours. Okay, I think you're gonna have a really good look. Actually, I think Lisa got really lucky, to be honest.
Get lucky.
I have a bad feeling about my next turn. I actually really do. I feel like my look is gonna be so far out there compared to Lisa's.
Ooh,
soft focused skin. Okay.
That's a good one. I mean, that's easy for you though, because your skin is already soft focused.
Thank you.
But I'm excited. I think this will be really helpful, and I think people will really be interested in that particular trend, because who doesn't want soft focused skin?
I think this is gonna be good. I'm trying to. Okay. Yeah. I think I'm set for that. All right.
All right. I'm excited. Let's do it.
So I'm doing my lip first, and then my soft focused skin. Got it. So I'll just do my eyes last.
And I'm doing all matte, and I'm doing the strobe blush.
Yeah.
Okay. So I feel like these makeup trends are kind of great for everyday makeup wearers, and they're trends that I think people are really interested in and actually can learn a lot from. So
I agree.
It's fun to do the crazy trends, but I think that this is more practical for people.
Yeah, I agree. I think this would be great. Perfect.
Okay, so
I'll be putting my lip on right now while you're doing the rest of your makeup.
That seems very odd to me.
Okay, what are you going to start with?
I'm going to start with my foundation. I always like to start with my foundation because I feel like I want to see how much coverage I can get from that first before going in with concealer. And I'm using a Dior Forever.
You make me want to rebuy this. Every time I walk by it, where I'm like, Lisa loves this foundation. I need to pick it up again. I haven't used it in a little bit.
Yeah, it's a great matte foundation. It gives really great coverage. It doesn't look heavy. And I would say the matte finish is like a nice soft matte finish, like a soft velvety matte finish. So, and it lasts all day. Like this is what I wear when I'm doing my makeup early and I know I have an event in the evening.
Yeah.
And I
need
need
that way you don't have to touch it up.
Yeah.
I love that.
It never fails me.
What color is it? Oh, 2.5N. That's a great color. I actually had that one in my kit for a long time. Well, I'm going to start with lip liner, and I'm actually going to go for more of a trendy lip combo. I'm going to try to go for the Cherry Cola-esque type lip to start my makeup look. So I'm going to use the Fashion Fair lip liner. This is the shade, I always forget the name, Warm Taupe. I always want to call it Cool Taupe. It's Warm Taupe. It's from Fashion Fair. These lip liners are fantastic. So I'm going to start by lining my lips, but actually I need to keep this true to myself. And in order to do that, I'm going to do my favorite technique. I'm going to grab a powder bronzer. I also use cream bronzers for this technique, and I'm going to use my N12 brush with BK Beauty and just dip into my powder bronzer and just shade a little bit.
So I'm using your N17 brush.
Nice.
And I'm using the lighter side fibers. And I always like to start in the center of my face and just kind of build coverage up there. Just pressing.
Same.
And then I'll just sweep to blend out any harsh lines or edges. And this shade is like literally my skin tone.
I was going to say, I feel like this is exactly
It is perfect.
your shade. Don't you love when you find a foundation that is identical? It's such a rarity. You know what? The foundation that matches me the almost to a T, like honestly to a T, is the House Labs Tricone Skin Tech in 230 Light Medium Cool.
You love that one, don't you?
I love that one. I'm surprised I didn't bring it with me today, actually. Yeah. I love that foundation. I'm running low, and I forgot to pick up more during the Sephora sale. So
don't you hate that when you forget to
I do. I always forget something.
I know. I ended up having to go into Sephora a week after the sale and pick up some things. I'm like, this pains me.
Same. I was like, I could have saved money just a week ago, but nope.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm going to go with my lip liner in Warm Taupe.
This brush feels so good.
Yeah, I love that brush.
This is great to like sheer out if you want a really light or natural coverage. Like doing long brush strokes really helps sheer out the product. I
also use the tip of the brush where the fibers meet to buff out like around my jawline.
Oh, that's a good, like this.
And
I like that I can get right into my hairline with this. Usually I use the 106 brush. That's like my favorite go-to foundation brush all the time. But this one is so much better for getting right here in the hairline and blending the foundation seamlessly into the hairline. I feel like sometimes I get product in my hair when I use larger brushes.
Oh, absolutely. And even if you're having like a hard time, even with that one, if you switch to the N14 and you use the taper tip to like get
right
in there, this will really get into those harder areas.
Look at this. It's so good.
That looks so good. I feel like I'm so far behind right now. I'm like...
No, you're good. My skin almost looks a little glowy because I went in with it gives a little bit of glow. So I'm going to mattify everything with a powder.
What powder do you think you're going to use?
I might need to borrow one of yours.
Oh, sure.
I have a couple, but I'm thinking I want to use the Givenchy. If you have it. It's a good one. That gives a really matte, pore blurring finish.
It is. That's exactly what I'm going to use today too, because I have the soft focus trend. That powder, I always say, like I always recommend it for anyone who wants to like blur texture, blur fine lines, blur anything on your skin. It's fantastic for blurring anything on your skin. Do
you ever try a product for the first time and you're all by yourself? There's no one watching. There's no one around. You're not filming. But you try it and you're like, oh my God. Like you literally say, that's what I did when I tried that. And they're
really?
blush. Yes. When I put that on, I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Have you tried the blush yet?
I haven't. One of my girlfriends is obsessed with it. And she's like, I can't believe you don't have that yet, Nikki. I'm like, I can't either.
Is good. Okay. I'm taking my time because it's fun. Okay. So I've got my foundation on. We're not matte yet, but we will get there. I promise. Okay. I'm going to go in with my concealer and this is going to be the hard part. Like a matte concealer.
Oh, I would go for Natasha.
Yeah.
I just bought, speaking of the Sephora savings event, I bought, how many did I get? I think I got like 8 or 10 to just restock my professional kit. And I didn't buy one for myself. And I'm like, why didn't I buy one for myself? I lost it. I don't know why I bought a bunch for my pro kit and not for
yourself.
But what shade is this one?
This is P3.
Okay, and that looks really good.
Yeah, it's a good shade. It's dark enough to cancel out darkness, but it still brightens when I blend it out under the skin.
Nice.
I like this because it gives great coverage and it looks very, very natural.
I'm going out with a lipstick now. The most random order on earth. And this is a new one I got from LYS. They sent it to me. It's like a whole little package. I'm going to show you it. So it came in like a pack of 2 products. You get a lipstick. It's a limited edition for holidays. And then you get a gloss too. It's the Speak Love Glossy Lip Treatment Oil, which I'm not going to use this because I have a vision for my cherry cola lips. But I want something a little bit more neutral and like earth tone. That's why I'm putting this lipstick in the center of my lip liner.
So I'm going to blend this out with your N16 concealer brush.
Nice.
I love this brush so I like to apply concealer right here in the inner corner and then right up here.
I like that placement.
I do. I love it.
That's really
exactly
nice.
Good. That's a better way because I apply it all over, but I place it there and then I just spread the two together. That way I don't overuse and over apply. And then I'll use the side of it to press and pat it into the skin to get coverage.
I love that.
And I love this tip because I can sweep this inner corner concealer over to the eyelid, cancel out any darkness there, kind of prime the lid.
Yep.
and brighten it.
It covers ground, like a lot of ground quickly, especially on the eyelid. So if you're trying to put a base on, like prime your eyelids, it's a great brush for that.
And I'll just use the tip when I'm doing this just to keep it real sheer.
Yeah, the tip is like great for, it's like a blending brush at the tip. I'm going to top my lips with the Naturium Phyto Glow Lip Balm. And
I need that.
Oh, this is so nice. These are all so fantastic. This is the shade Spritz. I hope they still sell Spritz. That was a mouthful. Lots of S's. I'm going to top my lips with this. And I'm using a brush because this is actually, that came straight from my Pro Kit.
I need to try this. So it says a little color to it. Is it kind of
tinted.
sheer? They're tinted? Okay.
They're very conditioning. Are they
real glossy?
They're very glossy. They're not sticky. They feel more like a lip treatment that has a tint.
I need to get some of those.
Yeah, you need it. I'm surprised you don't have any yet.
Okay, so I've got the concealer pretty much blended out. I'm going to go back over with the clean N14 brush, and I'm just going to press it just to kind of absorb any excess underneath the eyes to prevent any creasing that might try and sneak up on me later.
And I'm going to start my skin now, which feels so strange. Starting my skin, I'm using one of my favorite primers. I'm not a big primer person, but this is like the one primer that I always have in my Pro Kit. Always. I think I've gone through like 4 of these. It's the Shiseido Synchro Skin Soft Blurring Primer. So if you're looking for like that soft focus kind of skin where your texture is blurred, even before you get to the makeup and the powder, this is a really great first step.
I think I might have written this down from a video that you talked about.
Oh, really?
Okay, but
I think you would really like it.
Why aren't you a primer person? Tell me.
I'm more of a prime your skin with good skincare and good skin prep. That's just been my way of doing things, just my whole career. Honestly, I've always been like more focused on good skincare and getting my clients or my models really prepped and hydrated before their makeup application. I think that works the best in my opinion. But there's different opinions.
Like what if someone had a lot of texture and was in your chair?
Then I would definitely pull out a primer. Something like this that smooths. But also if they were going to have a really long day, like when I used to do bridal makeup, absolutely did my full skin prep on them. I made sure their skin was really hydrated, but I also relied on primers as well. There's a time and a place. I just feel like
it's not necessary all the time.
No. Yeah. They're a great tool to utilize, but what I always try to get across, and sometimes it's hard for me to get this across, is I think that you shouldn't rely on skin primers to fix any issues.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
Skincare.
Yeah. Look to your skincare, look to how you're treating your skin underneath your makeup, and that's going to be like your best tool.
Yeah. Take the time for the skin prep.
Exactly. So now that that's on, I'm actually going to go into 2 products that I think give a really beautiful finish to your skin. They give a really soft focus finish, in my opinion. They're the Fenty Skin Eavesdrop.
Yes.
They're so good.
They're so good. That's another product that when I put on, I was like, oh my God.
I know. Every time I put these on, I always get a compliment. I use these a lot, like almost daily. I wear these to work and they're just so quick. They're so easy. But these specifically blur and smooth your skin.
So much. They surprised me because it's called a skin tint. So I expected it to just be very sheer, like hardly any coverage.
100%.
But it's actually pretty good.
They're great coverage. And
you can build it.
Yeah, you can build it. You can also really just get in there and pack a lot of it on, but it still ends up looking pretty natural. Now, I mixed 2 shades, so it's going to look like I am drawing a weird painting on my face right now, but the end result is the perfect match for me. I'm going to look really funny for a minute before it gets better, so bear with me.
You do put a lot. You do put a lot on.
I do put a lot. I do. I mean, I'm going for like soft focus, flawless skin. And I start by tapping first, just to maintain control over where I put the product. And I don't want to buff out the coverage until I actually want to shear it out in specific areas. So in the center of my face, just like you, I start in the center of my face mainly. I work my way out. As I get to like above my lip where it's a little bit of a tighter squeeze, I'm going to pinch the fibers, just run it across my top lip.
Okay, so I've got my brows on. Have you tried this brow pencil? This is
the
Makeup Forever Aqua Resist Brow Filler. This is good.
That looks really good.
I love this. It stays in place all day. It's a thicker pencil. Do you like a thicker pencil? You like a more micro tip?
I like a micro because I have no brows. Yeah. So I'm always painting them on from scratch, but I can see why that would be nice and easy.
I use the tip of it to get a little bit more precision, but it's just a good formula. It's real waxy.
I like that.
Makeup Forever has really solid products.
They do. And you know why though? In my opinion, I think one of the reasons why their products are always so well executed is they create products with a board of makeup artists. So all their products are created by makeup artists.
I'm going in with the Too Faced Brow Wig. Brush on Hair Fluffy Brow Gel.
Is it? Oh, it's really called brow wig?
Brow wig.
Oh,
yeah.
that's cute. I've never heard that.
It has little fibers. I don't know if you can see.
Oh my God. Why haven't you told me to get this?
Yeah.
I love fiber
I'm
brow
telling you
gels.
now.
Listen,
And
I
I'm
have
the
my
shade-
brow wow over here too.
I'm the shade, which shade am I?
It looks like a nice
Taupe.
taupe.
Yep, good taupe.
I can't believe you haven't told me to buy that.
Yeah, it's good. It gives some volume to the brows.
I love that.
I've been using the e.l.f. though ever since you came to my office.
How fantastic
Yeah,
is that?
amazing.
$5 brow gel. Blending out the rest of the Fenty Eavesdrop tint stick.
All right.
And I love this coverage. Like it's perfect coverage.
So good. Okay, now I need to mattify this skin, my friend. Do you have your Chiffon Sheet
Sure
powder?
do. And it's brand new.
Oh, yay.
Just restocked it.
And this is the shade number 3.
Yeah. 3 is perfect on you.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I cannot live without those powders. It's like between these and the Armani Luminous Soap, that's what I always find myself purchasing the most to like restock in my professional kit. Those are like the 2 items that I have to get.
I don't think
on
I've
a
used that
regular
powder.
basis.
The Armani Luminous Silk powder?
Oh no, the foundation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Do they have a luminous silk powder? I know they have a pressed version. I don't know if they have a loose one though.
No, I think they just have pressed.
They need loose. Okay, so I'm going to go in with powder. Initially, I was thinking I was going to grab the N17 and use the darker side to apply the powder. But since this trend is all matte, I really want to pack this powder on and I want like a full flawless matte look. So I'm going to go in with the N15 and I'm going to load the brush up. I'm going to take the side of the brush and load it up with this powder. And I am going to tap it off just to get a little of that excess powder off. And I'm just going to go and press this onto the foundation, underneath the eyes, everywhere. And this is just going to completely mattify and blur the skin.
Love it. You're going to go full matte.
Full matte. We are
love
doing
it.
it.
And I'm just going to do a little bit of bronzing with my Rare Beauty bronzing stick. This is the shade Happy Soul. I was so late in the game to try this out. And a couple of my other friends who are makeup artists were like, why are you not using the Rare Beauty bronzing sticks? I'm like, I don't know, I just didn't really need them.
They're
and
so good.
They're so good. And I did a full face of Rare Beauty like a while back on my channel. And the rest is history. Like I use them constantly.
Rare Beauty has really innovative, unique formulas.
They do, and they're really well done. Like they're all, none of them have disappointed me. They're all like really great, like executed products and formulas. So I'm gonna use the same brush, the N15, and blend out my cream bronzer.
Okay, how does that look? Pretty matte. Good.
Yeah,
But not heavy.
but it's pretty.
Yes, it is very pretty. It's very soft.
I feel like you're getting like a nice soft focus skin too.
Yeah, I am.
Don't try to steal my makeup trend, okay?
Okay, I could do this all day. I was done like 2 minutes ago, but
I
it
know,
just
this
feels
brush
good.
is so soft to
I
blend
know,
it out.
Okay, gotta step away. Step away. All right.
And I could play with makeup. If I have time, I will play with my makeup and just keep tweaking and adding to it.
Okay, so I need to bronze the skin, and I'm in a pickle because
Are you?
I brought one bronzer, which has a cream and powder, but the powder's too dark. Can I use a powder?
I think you would love this.
I think so too.
I think you would love that. That's very matte,
golden cocoa.
but it's soft.
Okay.
It's like very, very soft.
Okay. Ooh, this is pretty. It's nice and warm.
If you don't mind that I've used it 1,000 times.
No, I don't mind.
Okay.
Okay, I'm excited. All right, what brush do I want to use? Do I want
Ooh.
some definition or do I want it real soft?
I would go for the N15 personally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
N15.
I would do that for sure.
All right. Yeah, I was thinking about that.
And I'm going to switch my brush to blend out my nose contour, my nose bronzer with the N14. So this is my favorite brush to just blend out. I usually start at the top of the bridge of my nose and I work it into the inner part of my crease, like above my tear duct. I work in this area of my eye and then I sweep it down. And it looks messy at first until I clean it up with the rest of my under eye concealer, but I love doing the nose contour first.
Ever since you did my makeup last month or
You know what?
September, I do
I
that
have
now.
so much fun.
I know.
Do you
that
really?
I do. Yeah, I do.
Oh my God, that's so flattering. I'm so happy you like took such an idea on you.
I do that, and then I go in right here in the inner corner with a light brightness, but like more on this side of the nose.
Yep, you push it further in or further out.
I do.
It's a great little trick, right? It's like, it's a nice little simple eye-opening technique. Okay, so nose is blended out, but I am going to add a little bit more of my Rare Beauty bronzer and just kind of sculpt my eyes before I do, same brush, my N14, but I'm just going to do a little pre-shadow sculpting.
And I'm building this bronzer up. What I love about this brush is it's really soft, so I can control pick up and pay off. Really great when I'm trying to decide, do I want to go strong or do I want to go light? But to
you can
really
definitely build it up.
build the product, I like to press it onto the skin, and then I will use like soft little swiping motions to kind of blend out any hard edges. But if you want the most payoff from this brush, go into pressing motion.
Yeah, agreed. I do that if I'm building up a blush. I'll like pat it into my skin like the way you're doing right now.
I love this size too because it fits like perfectly right here in this temple area.
Yeah.
I've been into that lately.
I am going to do a little color correction really quick and just use my fingertips actually. This is a Brown color corrector. It's very old school. You've been using this for a while. It's light peach. And anytime I need a little pick me up under my eyes, I just do a little bit of this.
I'm going to sweep it underneath my jawline too, just to.
I always do that, yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm with Nikki LaRose and I need to just be a little extra.
Just got a little
extra glam.
Do a little sweep. Okay. I know. How long did we glam you for that day when I came over to Austin?
I feel like you did it.
It was like a good 2-hour endeavor.
Video, yeah.
But we're talking, we're hanging out, we're having fun. We're like
so fun.
Making jokes behind the scenes. We were having a great time.
Having a really good time. We were. Okay, so I'm on to blush. I'm going to do, well, no, that's going to give me a dewy finish. I might need to borrow blush too. I might need to borrow powder blush. I only brought cream.
Do you want matte?
Yeah.
You need matte, right?
I need matte.
Okay, let's see.
What do you got? What do you got?
Oh, you know what? Maybe you would like. I have a brand new One Size Beauty, and this is like they're like a trio.
Oh yeah.
But the center shade is matte.
Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so this is the
Have
One
you
Size
used
Beauty.
these?
I haven't. I didn't
extremely pigmented.
Yes. They sent me some, but the colors they sent me weren't like my colors.
Yeah.
And it was, and I was a little nervous that they were so pigmented. But this is beautiful. This is Freaky Peach.
This is a really pretty one. Really, really
Rump
pretty one.
Shaker, Freaky, and Whiplash.
The shades are hilarious.
So I'm going to go, and I do like that they have a cream, a matte, and then they have a like shimmer formula too. That's nice.
They're all three really beautiful. They're just they are not lacking pigment at all. Like they're not for the faint of heart. You have to be a little more careful.
Okay, so that
I'm warning you.
That reassures my brush choice. I'm going to use this side of the N17. This is going to pick up powder on a much softer, natural application. So I'm definitely going to go with this. And I'm going to use the darker side to pick it up. Okay. Oh, okay. My strobe blush. I got to remember my strobe blush.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot.
I did too.
Blush.
Okay, so here we go. You ready?
Do not leave out that trend.
Okay, well now we know, since I'm doing an all matte, I'm gonna leave out the iridescent trend to the strobe blush. I'm gonna do the trend that you described.
Yeah, so just matte.
Okay, this actually picked up a lot. This is really pigmented.
I've told you.
Okay, so I'm gonna
like tap it in lightly.
I'm gonna tap it on my hand first and just kind of gauge the level of pigment that I'm gonna get. I like to smile. I'm a blush girl. I always have been.
Yeah,
and I will always be a blush girl. So I've been told I wear too much blush, but you know,
it's personal preference.
Is a diamond too shiny?
No.
Like, can you wear too much? No. Is a diamond too shiny? No.
You know, listen, I get people telling me that I wear too much jewelry, and it's what you have to do. Whatever makes you happy.
Exactly.
Like, you know, it's live your life.
Live your life.
Wear a lot of blush. I say go for it.
Ooh, this is pretty. This is really pretty.
Oh wow,
this is really pretty. I love this color.
And it's nice and matte.
So I'm starting at the apple of my cheek, and I'm using the brush in sweeping motions, just kind of to shear it out, and again, kind of gauge how much I'm going to get off of this brush and onto the skin. Once I get here to the temple, I'm going to start pressing it into the skin just to get off what's left on my brush. The first place that you put the brush is where you're going to deposit the most product. I want most of it here. As I get here, I want less of it, right? So I'm always going to start here and then work my way. And this strobe blush, I hope I'm doing this trend justice, but we're going to go back in and add more. Don't worry, I'm not done. But I do want to do the other side. I want to do the other side so I can see where we go from here. Ooh.
I told you. All
right, let's do this.
Yeah, you're blending out. It's good.
Yeah.
It's a really pretty color though.
These do really, really pretty. These put the Rare Beauty blushes.
They pack a punch.
They do.
Patrick Starr was not messing around with these blush
This is the perfect blush for this trend though, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. I'm so happy I brought that. I was just sent this in PRs. Thank you, One Size Beauty. They just sent me this and I was like, oh my God, I've always wanted this shade. So I'm very excited for that.
I'm going to sweep it up here into my temple, almost to where I applied that bronzer, or just to meet where that bronzer was. There we go. I feel like that's a good representation of the strobe blush.
I feel like it almost kind of cascades a little bit on like a little bit on the outer crease.
Yes. Okay. There we go.
Just a little bit. That's what I envision when I think of like that trend. I think of it like kind of being like this whole like I mean, hate to say it, but like a little bit 80s style, right?
Totally. Yeah. I might have overdone it, but we're going to go back in and correct it. Do not worry. We did overdo it. We overdid it.
There's nothing you can't fix with makeup unless you set it with like a waterproof setting spray or hairspray. Like you can go in and fix it.
Yeah, we're going to go back and fix it. So I'm going to take my N15. I'm not going to add any product to it now. We're just going to kind of take it and bounce it on it to soften it. Maybe pick up a little bit of that we applied. If I feel like it's not doing enough removal, I'll go in with a powder to soften it. But I think I think this is actually doing a great job. I don't think I need to add any powder.
No, I think it looks really pretty.
I mean, this is the trend, you know?
I mean, I'm sure we'll find out in the comments.
I know, love it or hate it, this is the trend, you guys. But I actually kind of love it.
I think you're really rocking this trend. I think it's a great trend for you.
It's a very Miami summers. Nights.
Yes,
Miami nights
that.
in the summertime.
Oh my God. I
That's
wish
what
we
I
were like
feel.
warm in Miami right now.
Ooh, okay. This might make its way into my kit. No, I'm kidding.
You know what? You deserve it.
I'm going to take your blush.
You deserve it. I think that's, let me see. That's
pretty?
really pretty.
That is pretty.
Yeah, that's
I like
actually
that. That's a
great color
really
on you.
color. If I could get that in a
I'm not
cream,
gonna look that pretty in that blush.
I would be really happy.
Not as pretty as you. I did my concealer. I forgot to even mention it. I'm so sorry. I just realized I put number 21 light medium neutral in House Labs. I love this concealer. You like it, right? Have you tried this one?
It is nice. It's very natural looking.
It is, and it gives great coverage. It feels really nice under my eyes. I just have been using this almost every single day. I'm like really guilty of like not switching it out yet. But for the rest of my makeup, to me, when I think of soft focus, probably one of the number one things that comes into my mind is any of the Hourglass ambient lighting palettes. I have them all in my makeup kit. I actually just pulled this one from my pro kit that's sitting over there. This is the medium shade. So there's 3 different shades now to choose from, which is great. This is like the medium shade. But anytime I think of like soft focus skin, you will not get a better soft focus finish with your makeup if you're going for that kind of look that you will with this product. Like this product is like soft focus skin in a compact.
Yeah, it looks like a filter.
100%. I remember when these came out, they were unbelievable.
You use these?
I have a long time ago. I need some new ones. Mine have since like kind of expired, so I have to.
I feel like this is a matte version of that. It's called the Soft Focus Hydrate Set Powder, but it doesn't give that little bit of a glow. And like this to me looks like light hitting the face. This gives like the look of a soft focus light hitting the face. Yeah. Where this is a little bit more matte.
Totally. You know what else gives like a really great soft focus to your skin is the Kosas Cloud Set Powders. I only have my little mini one that I travel with me right now.
That's so cute.
Isn't it cute?
It is so cute.
And you actually get a decent amount of products. So I've had this for like months and months and I use it all the time. And it's like lasted me a surprisingly long time, even with that tiny little container. So I'm going to go back and just buff out any creases that might happen because I've talked a lot. So I'm grabbing my N14 to just buff out.
Okay, let me catch you up on what I did. So I took Soft Ochre Paint Pot by MAC.
I love that. I need to buy that again.
It's good. You know, there are a handful of products that I've used for decades. This is one of them.
Yeah.
You know, that's a good product when you know you've used it for literally
decades,
over a decade. I actually think I worked at MAC when this launched. So that's kind of cool.
Did you really?
I did, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so I used that. I took the N16 brush and I sheared it out onto the lid. I used to always love to have used my finger to apply these because the finger can really shear it out. But this brush kind of works like melt it just as well, and the tip of it helps me get in the corner. I'm actually going to run this a little further over, brighten that inner corner. Okay, so now we're going to go into shadow, and I'm excited about what shall we do? This is the palette I'm working with. I'm going to be working with the I Need a Nude palette. It has a lot of really pretty mattes and also some pretty shimmers in here as well. But
that's going to be really pretty. The matte's going to be really pretty with that blush too.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm setting my under eyes with the same powder. It's the Givenchy number 3 and my N14. This is my favorite brush to set my under eye concealer because it just pops right into this inner corner and does a really great job of just blurring.
Okay, so I'm going to take the N14 and I'm going to go in with this the lightest shade in the palette. It's called Fair. And I'm going to pick it up and kind of just do a real rough sweep all over the lid. So kind of set that soft ochre.
Oh, Fair is nice.
Yeah.
I love all those mattes. I think they're just so pretty. I'm obsessed with that palette.
It is really nice.
They did such a good job with that palette. It's very wearable. Even the shimmers are like very wearable. They're not like party shimmers in my opinion. I think they still like are very wearable for daytime. Okay, I can't do my eyes yet and it's really getting me. But I have to do the rest of my face first and then I'll move on to my eyes at the very last. And then I'll probably, and then, gosh, what else am I doing? I'm very lost in my makeup application because it's like the complete opposite order.
Yes.
It is, but I am going to dip into this palette now. It's the ambient lighting palette. It's the golden bronze one. So it's the middle shade, like I mentioned. I'm going to flip my brush to the darker fiber side. This is like great for powder pickup because like we said, it's a softer application. You could use both sides. There's no right or wrong way to use this at all. I've seen people use both ways. So whatever works for you and floats your boat, go for it. But I prefer the darker fiber. And I'm just going to sweep into all 3 shades. This is a really easy way to just utilize this palette. I get a lot of questions when I talk about this palette. I get a ton of questions from people asking, how do you use each shade? How do you know which shade to use? There's no right or wrong way. I say you gotta just like get into it, dip into it, and use whatever ones feel right. If you want to use them individually, you totally can. But for me, I think that the best way to use this palette, truthfully, and I've used them for so many years. It's just by sweeping.
All of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good.
Because you get a
tip.
beautiful blend.
They're very soft, even if they look really pigmented.
They're very soft, yeah.
So I'm going in with the N13, and I'm picking up this little shade right here. It's a matte kind of mauve-y shade. It's called Mesh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mesh is good.
And I'm starting in the outer corner, working my way into the crease, and then I'm going to bring it over here to extend just a little bit past where my brow starts.
Oh, that's really pretty.
Yeah, I'm starting with this one because it's kind of the lightest of the transition shades, I feel like, in here. And I'm going to go and probably build.
I love Vogue too.
Using the tip of this brush to have a lot of control over where I apply that shadow. And I love to use this brush on the side, like using the side of the brush like this. Like
You taught me to do that, and I was like, why didn't I think to do that?
It's perfect because this brush is soft enough to really give a pretty blend, but it's also a little bit more firm down here, so it picks up product and lays it down really well. So if you're in a pinch and you only want to travel with like one brush, this is great. You can use, I've actually used this to apply shadow on my lid, and it does a phenomenal job. On my lid, packing it on. I just use the side.
Over.
Yes, all over.
I don't know why I haven't done that. I've used these brushes in every which way I could ever think of, and I've yet to do that for some reason. I don't know what it is.
Well, because it's a longer brush, and typically longer brushes like this aren't ones you grab for the lid to pack product on.
No, it's more like the more flat, stiff ones. So I am going into the individual shade. I just want to point this out really quick. I'm going into the lighter shade, this one right here. And I'm going to switch my brush back to my N14 and just pick up a little bit more on like the tip of the brush where it's a little bit tapered. And I'm going to do some soft focus highlighting with this one. It is lighter, so it is going to give me a soft focused highlight effect. So I like to do the tip of my nose, and I like to do the very top of the bridge. And I'm going to go in again and just get even more right in this little inner corner.
I could watch you do makeup all day long.
It's very relaxing watching other people do makeup.
It is. Okay, I'm going to step away because I could do this all day. I'm going to go in and deepen this up, and I'm going to use the same brush. I'm going to go with the shade Stone. No, I'm not. I changed my mind. I'm going to go with the shade Vague.
Is it Vague? I think I called it Vogue earlier.
It's Vague.
It's Vague. Okay,
Vague,
I always in my head I'm like, oh, it's Vogue, and then I get the song in my head.
Either one works. Okay, and for this, I'm actually going to use. I just changed my mind. So you like how I do that? I'm going to use the side of the tip of this brush because I'm going to lay this on like the outer third of my lid. Okay, so that's where the placement of this is going to go. Outer third. Look at how much this deposits and puts down.
Try to look in the mirror. That's really
good.
pretty.
Yes. And then I'm going to still keep the brush on its side. I'm not using the tip. I'm keeping it outside, and I'm just going to sweep it over to kind of pull that color in. Oh my gosh. I love it all matte look. I think it's my favorite. It's my jam.
I love contrast with anything. Like I love contrast with like hair, clothing. I love like black and brown mixed together, like which people are like always like, that's a no-no. You can't wear black and brown together. I love it. I think it's like the best contrast. And I love contrast with makeups, like shimmers and mattes. But I will say when I see like a really well done all matte look, I'm always like, wow.
I just feel like
it's so very striking.
It's very classic too.
Yes, extremely classic. So I'm going into a matte powder bronzer. This is the Pat McGrath Labs. It's the same one that I used earlier to like kind of just contour my lips a bit. It's in the shade, I always have a hard time finding the shades on these. Bronze Dawn. You know why? Because it's so small and it's all the way down here.
Oh, okay.
Somewhere down here. Bronze Dawn. I'm using my N15, which is the same brush I used to blend out my cream bronzer.
Do you ever think of stories sometimes that just make you laugh out of nowhere?
All the time.
That little comment about the name triggered me. My best friend, this is a random story. We can edit this out if we need to. My best friend on the
I love random stories.
I remember her coming to, do you remember when everyone wore like darker foundation they actually wore because they wanted to look tan? It was back in the like
2000s.
Yeah, everyone wanted to be tan, so their foundation was always, she was like probably an NC15, but she wore an NC40. But I remember her coming to the counter and she's like, I need to replace this. It's WD-40. And I was like, no, Jackie.
Oh, WD-40.
WD-40, yeah. So when you said the names, I just, yeah.
That is hilarious. I'm trying to think if there's like a moment where someone like, because I used to have like a lot of regular customers when I worked at Mac too, and I feel like there was like always common names that people would get wrong. Like I feel like Strip Down lip pencil was always called something else, or like Costa Rich was always called like Costa Rich, you know, like then you just kind of let it go. Like you don't want to just correct them every time they say it the wrong way. So you're like, oh yes, I'm gonna grab your Costa Rich. Don't worry.
I did have someone come in and what they wanted per lip gloss, but they said, I need per. And It was the cutest thing.
I can't even do that.
It was so cute.
That was really impressive. I cannot believe you rolled your tongue like that.
It was so good. Well,
Wow.
yeah. Okay, look at this.
I'm going to always think that now when I think of her.
This is so good.
Let me see.
Look at this.
Your eye makeup looks
It's
beautiful.
so
I need to jump on my eyes. Okay. I'm getting distracted.
This is fun. Let's
Having
do
fun
this
with
all
my-
day.
I know. We will. Don't worry. We'll be here all day. So my skin is pretty much done, except I need blush for a soft focus makeup look. Honestly, like if you haven't tried the MAC mineralized blushes, these are so old school. I've been using these for well over a decade.
That's a decade.
Yeah,
That's a decade
definitely a decade. For
That's a good
here.
video idea. Decade
That's
products.
a great idea.
We should do that.
Oh my God, that's a great idea.
We could start a trend. Everyone should do that. That would be good.
Or makeup I've been using the longest.
Yeah.
I love that. That's a great idea. But so Warm Salt in particular is my absolute favorite blush on earth. Like if you ask me what my favorite blush is of all time, I'd say Warm Salt for sure. It's
good.
But these really give a beautiful soft focus to your skin. So don't be afraid of powder blushes. I think a lot of people get afraid of powder blushes, especially as they get older. They think it's going to look dry or heavy or just not as like fresh and youthful. If you get the wrong formula, yes, I think these are like some of the absolute best powder formulas. I'm gonna go back to my N17. I'm just gonna kind of lightly dab off the highlighter and use the darker fiber side again and dip into my Warm Salt. Now let's get some soft focus blush going.
Okay, I'm gonna catch you up. So I took the N12 and I took this shade right here. It's called Fair. And I just packed this into the inner corner and then I extended it here where you told me
really
to.
pretty.
Where you told me to?
I'm glad you listened.
Isn't that pretty? This is gonna be my new look.
That's really pretty.
And I'm gonna
it really brings out your eye color.
I love it. I love it. Yes, it's so beautiful.
These are your shades.
They are my shades. This and like a warm peach I love on me.
Yeah.
I'm very full of myself today.
You know what? I gotta make more room for you.
Okay, I'm gonna take the same brush and I'm gonna go right underneath the brow. This is my new favorite brow highlighting brush now.
It's really good for brow highlighting.
So precise. Yeah, it just gets right underneath the brow.
Especially if you're someone who doesn't have a lot of lid space too. I think it's really important that if you are going to highlight underneath your brow bone, like let's say you have a very short amount of distance between your eyebrows and your actual lash line. That's a really good brush to get in there and just do like a little, like almost like a micro brow highlighting because it's so small and precise.
Okay, so now I'm just taking that brush and I'm not adding any product to it, but what was left over. And I'm just going over the outer corner and just tying it in. Sometimes when you place lighter shadow, like when you go in the lash shade you use is lighter, it can kind of muddy darker shades, especially if you're working with matte.
That is so true.
So I always go in with that brush that I use to apply the darker color and I just run it over one more time.
I like that trick.
Yeah.
That's a really good trick. And I just sweeped my Warm Salt across my nose just to give some healthy balance and color to my face. I'm feeling more like myself now, even though I have not a lick of eye makeup on. Like I don't even have, I got no eye makeup on. So can I do my eyes now?
Do it, girl.
Am I to that point? Am I cheating?
Oh, right.
No, I did it.
No. You have to do your lower eyes first, though. You can't go on your lid. You got to do the lower lash line first. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much for that.
I'm taking the N12 and I'm laying the same shades I used on the upper lid down below in the same order. So I'm going in first with mesh.
Love it.
And we're just placing that one down first. I'm going to gradually build in color.
Well, I'm going to take the Patrick Ta Major Dimension, the newest one, the matte palette. I mean, you probably could have used this too, but
oh yeah, that's a good one.
Too bad. And since I'm doing the reverse, I'm gonna take my N12 brush. This is the brush I used earlier, and I'm gonna dip into this third shade and just start to build up my eyes. But normally, so to be with this, my trend that I got stuck with, to be on that trend, I would normally do obviously like my crease and my upper eyelid first. That's like the normal order to do.
Operations.
Thank you. Yeah, but so I'm gonna reverse them, do the bottom lash line first, which I usually save for the very, very end of my makeup application. So I'm gonna start. I'm gonna sweep this underneath.
So I'm like packing this underneath the eye. Do you notice I'm kind of pressing to really deposit this? The first shade I used was that mesh, and I like swept it. I almost said sweeped. I swept it back and forth.
I would have understood it.
Yeah, just to give a soft focus. But now I want to pack this next shade vague. I want to pack it on, so I'm just going to go and literally press this into the lash line. This brush is the perfect size to just stamp it. It didn't get any easier. It's beautiful.
Your eyes look so pretty.
I love them. I'm glad I used this palette because What's interesting is when you get a palette that has matte and shimmers, I find myself using both.
Yeah.
Whereas like this palette, like you said, I could have used it, and I do love this palette you're using.
Yeah.
But I would have gone to the normal look that I create. I wouldn't have created this look if I had used this on my own day, because I would have gone in here with a
I see what you're
shimmer,
saying,
you know?
yeah.
So this kind of, I'm not even kidding. This is going to be my new look.
It's so pretty.
Yeah, I love
it's
it.
so pretty. I feel like this would actually be a really pretty bridal look, like a matte
It would be.
bridal look.
Yes, it's very much giving me bridal vibes. Okay, now it's liner time.
Okay, so I'm just adding a little bit of a deeper matte brown now. I'm gonna try to wrap my head around finishing my bottom lash line before I go up to the top. So I'm gonna sweep this out a bit and almost do like a little itty bit of a reverse cat eye. You know, like when you would, do you remember that trend?
I do. I want you to try that on me sometime.
Oh,
I tried it on myself one time and it didn't work for me.
really?
But I think I need someone
A little
else.
stark.
Well, I think I
Yeah.
need someone else to do it on me, because I think I need someone else to, when you do your own
Different set of
makeup.
eyes.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. I feel the same way about myself. It's sometimes I get in such a rut doing my own makeup where you get uninspired doing. This is the beauty of being a makeup artist, like being out there and being able to like satisfy like different creative needs when you're doing makeup on other people. You really get to like fulfill that. But when I'm doing makeup on myself,
Yes.
consistently, like for my channel and stuff, it's hard for me to not
Adapt
get
different.
in a rut, you know,
Yeah.
and just do the same thing. And I don't want to do that.
So I just lined my eyes with this little Stila pencil, but we are going to go over it and smoke it out with more of a matte look. I'm going to go in with the N11. I'm so glad you designed this brush.
I love that brush so much.
We needed this brush. We only had a tiny little angle brush. This
But
one,
oh my god, but that tiny angle brush.
oh no, I love it too. Just
You know, I
trust me.
love that brush. It's like my little baby. I'm always losing that thing, but it's my baby. I love that one.
Don't lose your baby.
I know. It's hard to find. It's so petite.
So I'm going to go in with this dark shade here. It's called Silhouette. I'm going to really load the brush up on both sides and the tip of the brush. So the whole brush tip is coated in this dark shadow. I'm going to tap it off because I don't want any fallout.
Oh my
Kind of
gosh.
reminds me of the color of my shirt, my top actually. Really beautiful,
Yeah,
like
it's pretty.
eggplant, brownie eggplant shade. And I'm going to kind of go over this liner and then extend it out a little bit. Ever since you did my makeup, you did a liner that was, you elongated it, but you didn't really lift it up. And I love that.
Really?
Yes, because
That
I
was so
always,
much fun.
I always kind of lift up.
Yeah.
But then when my eyes are open,
You kind of lose it a little bit.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah,
And
I had
I'm
a
gonna-
blast doing your makeup. I really could have. I think that's why we were there for so long. I just like
so
thoroughly
fun.
enjoyed it. I was
Yeah.
like, well, I could keep going.
I've
but-
watched it a few times to like.
Oh, really?
How did she do it? Yeah, like I've watched it to
Oh, that makes me proud.
take notes a few times.
I finished my bottom lash line, but to keep with, I'm going to go back to my N12 and I'm going to dip into the lighter shade one more time. And normally I would save highlighting the tear duct of my eye for like, again, like one of my last steps. So I'm going to do the reverse order. I'm going to highlight this inner part with the N12, just get it in there.
I'm using this brush and I'm just kind of pressing the brush into the lashes. Once I get out here to the outer corner, I'm going to turn the direction of my brush. So right now I
that's
have the
really
little angle
Uh-huh.
facing inward. And I'm going to turn it this way. I'm going to load up the other side and I'm going to gently elongate that line.
I wish I could see the rest of your, like the full face right now. I'm like only getting little bits and pieces. Wow.
I love this.
Really pretty.
Thank you.
I'm doing some under eye or brow bone highlighting, copying your idea. I'm using the N12.
My eyes are a little different shapes, different sizes.
Oh, welcome to my world. Two completely different eyes, it feels like. And some days it's more pronounced than others too. Like I have good days with my eyes and I have really bad days where, especially if like I'm lacking sleep, it tends to be even more noticeable. Like the one of my eyes is just different. It's just different. Like they're cousins most of the time. Like they're not even sisters. Honestly, it's like my favorite joke. I'm gonna go to my N13 brush and I'm finally going to finish the top of my eyelids. I'm gonna dip into the same first couple of colors from the Patrick Top palette. Tap off the excess and start to sweep this.
Okay, I'm taking the N12 and I'm just kind of running it over. I just want to soften that line a little bit, create a little more of a hazy effect to it. I didn't add any shadow to it.
Oh, okay. Your eyes are stunning.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm like playing catch up still.
I'm looking at my blush feeling like I need to honor this strobe blush trend a little bit better.
Okay.
A little more dramatic. This looks a little too safe. I feel like this looks a little too
Okay.
safe. So we're going to go back in and I just got a really creative idea because that's what I do.
Oh, what are you gonna do? I love this.
I'm gonna grab the shadow right here.
That's a great idea. Is that wit?
Yes.
That's a great idea.
Wit. I thought I said Wi-Fi. Wit. And I'm going
We
to
both
pick
need
up
glasses
a little,
to read that.
I know. I'm going to pick up a little bit with the tip of this brush, just a tiny bit. Now it's a shadow, so I'm assuming this is going to be really pigmented. So I'm going to use very, very light pressure, and I'm just going to use the taper tip of this brush. And we are going to work in circles and just kind of bump the blush up a bit.
I love that.
Bump. There we go. This is more of a blush trend.
That's the beauty of makeup. It's like if you do small layers and you work in small layers, you can always build it up. Whereas if you go in too strong, it's almost
you're in like
impossible to fix it, or it's just harder. Yeah.
Little bitty layers. I always tell people I wear a lot of makeup, but I wear little bitty layers of a lot of makeup.
That's how you get a good natural, but like long lasting effect with your makeup. I get asked a lot too. Like, my makeup doesn't last. What do I do? Like, I'm doing all the right steps. I'm like, well, but how are you applying your makeup? How much are you applying? Because it really is all about like what kind of layers, like how you're applying those layers, and it's all about layers with makeup. If you want long lasting, flawless makeup, it's really all about working in layers, small layers.
Ooh. Okay, I'm on to mascara. Okay, so I'm gonna use another Decade product.
Oh, nice.
That's gonna be my new.
I love that. You have to make that a video.
It's gonna be a video. Okay, this is the Dior Maximizer Lash Primer, and I've been using this for well over 10 years. This I love because it makes your mascara look even that much better, but it also has ingredients that help condition your lashes, so it improves the health of your lashes when you use it every day. I sound like a commercial, don't I?
Well, your lashes are in really good shape, so if that's the reason why you've been using it for like 10 years, then I need to get on that. I actually meant to buy this last time I saw you because you had it.
It's good.
You've totally influenced me, and I keep forgetting to get it.
I use a lash serum too, so I can't give all the credit to this, but this is good.
I do too, and thank God I do, because I feel like I wouldn't have any lashes if I didn't.
I know, me too.
I'm skipping back to the ambient lighting palette one more time. It's my final step. I'm going to go back to my N12 brush, dip into the lightest shade in the palette, and use this for like a soft, focused eye look.
Okay, I'm going in with the Bobbi Smoky Eye Mascara. This is a very underrated product.
Is it?
It's so good.
I've never even heard of it.
I know. No one talks about Bobbi Brown, but
I know.
Brown,
some of their products, right? Like, are still very
This is popular. Exceptional. It gives long, full lashes, and it gives a very like fanned out look. Like your lashes actually look fanned out and soft, not like crunchy. You know?
That's nice. I've never tried a Bobbi Brown mascara in my life.
This one's really good. This was another product that I was like, I think it's when you don't know much about a product, you don't have high expectations, and then it's just amazing. This was another one.
I like that. I like to be pleasantly surprised.
I know sometimes when a product is really hyped up, you have very high expectations, and it's hard to meet those. Even if it's a good product, you might be disappointed because your expectations
it was so hyped up, right?
Yeah.
I agree. That's why I get a little hesitant to try products that go viral, because I don't know, I just get really hesitant. Like, are they really gonna be that good? Is it gonna, live up to the hype? And if it doesn't, like you're saying, you're just kind of disappointed, even though if it's a good product, like it's not mind blowing.
Right. Exactly. But it's like, what do you expect it to do,
Right.
Okay, so I like to apply mascara and lash primer quickly. I actually like to apply my mascara before my primer completely dries.
Oh, really?
I do. I feel like if the primer is completely dry, then you can't really separate the lash as much as you can when it's still wet, right?
So you can like get in there and really move it around.
Exactly. Yeah. So I go back and forth so that I don't let the lash primer or the mascara completely dry until I'm done. I go back and forth between each eye to add layers.
Okay, so I'm going to go and line my eyes finally with some eyeliner. This is a new favorite of mine. It's Dimensional Dark Brown from Makeup Forever. Have you used these pencils?
I don't. I like mechanical, but you've sold me on them in my head. I just need to buy them.
Yeah, I love mechanical pencils for myself mainly, but when it comes to like just like the makeup artist in me, I want to be able to like cut off a chunk of it to like properly sanitize in my pro kit. So I love these pencils. I love their formula specifically from Makeup Forever. I think these are some of the best formulas for pencils, like for lip liners, eyeliners. These are phenomenal. So I'm going to just pull this liner through the bottom of where my top and bottom lashes meet, kind of like in this little inner corner. I do this all the time. It's a great like starting point for your eyeliner.
And these, correct me if I'm wrong, they sell them kind of like as all-purpose pencils, right?
So they're called just ours color pencil. So they're not even like labeled eyeliner or lip liner. It's just
I think I got confused because like, oh, where are the eyeliners? Where are the lip liners? Yeah.
It's like one formula for all, and it really is like it's such a pro artist type like idea. The idea behind it is so
It looks really rich too.
artistry driven. Yeah, it's really a great rich dark brown, like a really fantastic neutral dark rich brown. I love this one. I went and bought another one to put in my pro kit, and it's like just one I cannot live without. It's such a good one.
Look at my lashes.
Your lashes are unreal.
So good,
Do you
right?
see those?
This combo, I'm telling you, is so nice. It's my new little obsession.
I need to just get that lash primer from, it's Dior, right?
It's Jouer, yep. I hope they never discontinue it. I started the makeup application with this City Beauty lip oil on my lips. I like to always put something on my lips before I start so that by the time I get to lips, they're hydrated.
Great tip.
Because my lips are so dry. But this is all matte look, so I'm gonna blot and remove that. I'm gonna line my lips with the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Medium 2. I think that's the one I grabbed. Yes, this is my favorite lip liner color.
Medium 2 is beautiful.
It is beautiful.
It's absolutely beautiful.
It's like the ideal lip color. Look at my lips. Sometimes they look like purple, like this.
Yeah, I need to work
I
on
have
that
the
same type of lip, like natural lip color. Just to catch you up, I'm using my N12 brush that I used earlier on my bottom lash line. I'm going to finish my top lash line now since I'm going in the reverse order that I normally would. And I'm just mixing this more red brown shade with a teeny bit of this cool tone, dark brown shade. And just going over top of my pencil liner. This is like a classic eye makeup look.
Very pretty.
Thank you. The only thing that's missing is I'm not doing an actual shimmer because I want it to just be like that soft focus look all over. So including the eyes.
So I am lining my lips and kind of tracing over to create a thicker lip line. That way when the lipstick wears off, I don't have this harsh, thin line around my lips. And it also helps the lips look a little bit more full and plump.
That's such a great color on you.
It is. I love this color.
I'm excited for the lip color that you're going to put on. It's a new one.
I'm too. It's a hydrating matte lipstick. We'll get to it in a second. But I was looking at what I packed, and I didn't have a lipstick that was matte enough, so I'm borrowing.
You weren't expecting that trend, were you?
I wasn't.
You were not expecting to get that trend. I'm going to finish my mascara. I'm using the YSL Lash Clash. I haven't had this mascara in my possession for at least like 2 years, I want to say now. It is, listen, I'm a drugstore mascara girl to the core. Like I love almost all drugstore mascaras. I'm like, that's like my favorite kind of formula. But if there's a good high-end formula, I'm all about it. This is like, I think, probably the best high-end mascara formula. Yes.
I think so. I heard that from someone else recently, too. Or maybe it was you. But that was on my list to buy, and I didn't pick it up at the Sephora sale. Darn.
You would have loved it.
I should have. I'm going to get it.
Yeah, you will honestly love it. And they have it in dark brown, too. And I want to pick up the dark brown because I love having a dark brown just when I want something different and just like a softer look. I did curl my lashes off camera, but I have noticed, too, even if you skip curling your lashes, there's only a few mascaras that actually will give you a little curl on their own. I think a lot of brands market it to be curling, but they don't really do it unless you actually go in and pre-curl your lashes. This one definitely gives like an instant curl, even if you don't physically curl your lashes beforehand.
That looks really good. That's with no primer.
No primer.
Wow.
You honestly, I don't know why you don't have this mascara.
I'm gonna get it.
You will love it.
I'm gonna get it.
It's a little on the messy
too.
side. Yeah. It's a really great. I'm a sucker for good packaging. This has amazing packaging.
It's pretty.
But honestly, if you just do a couple coats, like you don't even need more than a couple.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna buy that. I wish we had time to go makeup shopping today.
We could always carve out time to makeup shop.
I should.
I love that we want to go makeup shopping after the sale is over, after like all the deals, probably way before like the Black Friday sales and all that. Well, by the time we're filming this, it's pre-Black Friday sales.
It's so funny.
I'm just gonna go shopping full price.
I've caught myself saying before, like, oh, I can't spend that on a shoe or a bag. Then I'm like, I literally spent more than that at Sephora. Like, that's the last thing I need.
I know.
Like, that's the last thing I need is makeup. Okay, so I'm going in with this lipstick that Nikki let me borrow. It's the LYS.
So excited.
Speak Love Hydrating Matte Liquid Lipstick. So I'm excited about that. This is the shade Honest. It's a beautiful, beautiful packaging component.
Isn't that pretty?
It's
I know.
Pretty.
I love so many other products, so I'm excited to see what you're going to say about the lip.
Ooh, this color's pretty. Look at that.
That's pretty. That's like really nice with the eyes and the
blush.
cheek. Yeah,
I was going to say it really kind of ties the blush together.
Can we just talk about this mascara though? Look
I know.
how pretty this is.
I want to buy that. Is there a Sephora nearby here? Okay, this is nice.
Wow,
this feels really good.
Oh, you have to keep that. That's so beautiful.
It's so pretty.
That is stunning on you.
The lip line. Thank you.
The lip liner choice is excellent,
It's
too.
good, right? At first I was worried that they contrasted too much,
No,
but
I think you nailed it with that lip liner.
I like the applicator because it's slanted, so it fits on the lip nicely, but it also has a really nice tip that I can trace that lip liner to blend it all together. This is really pretty.
I wonder, how does it feel on the lips? Is it
It feels good. It feels
Okay.
matte.
Not-
It's definitely drying down, but it doesn't feel tight at all. Feels good. Ooh, I kind of gave myself a little enhanced lip here. Do you see that?
I'm all about it.
I love a
That
matte.
looks really pretty.
I love the look of a matte lip. I don't really stay with a matte lip usually because, again, my lips are dry. This one feels comfortable. But the true test is after it's been on the lips for a couple hours.
Always.
You know, my lips always get that, like, you know, right here where it gets like,
Kind of like bunched up a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah, I know what you mean. That's exactly what you mean.
this is pretty though. Okay.
Really pretty. So,
Ooh, the blush looks good.
you know, lucky for you, you didn't have the order that I had to do my makeup. But for me, you know, the fact that I did my lip first and I've talked this entire video,
You gotta go back.
it now feels a little like it needs a touch up. But is that cheating if I do that? If I touch
No,
up?
I'm touching up my blush right now.
Okay.
I mean, I'm trying to do this blush trend some justice.
I think you did. I think you did a great job.
Yeah, I do think I'm just getting a little glowy though. I need to re-mattify and then I'll be done. Did we time this out perfectly? Are we both pretty much done? Okay.
Yeah,
that's
I don't know how because you were so far ahead of me at one point. I don't know. I think I just like if I stop talking, I can get my makeup done like really quick. But if I talk, we're going to be here a long time. I always tell my clients, I'm like, if you're in a hurry,
Yeah.
if you're really in
Don't
a
talk.
hurry, don't take it personally, but just don't talk to me. Just don't talk to me.
Okay, there we go. I use the soft
So
focus
pretty.
powder by
Oh.
Jouer to mattify it one more time.
I need to get that powder again. I really do. I'm just going over my lip line and then I'm done. I swear.
I love this. Ooh. Okay, so I'm pretty much done. I'm just gonna set my
Yes.
makeup look, and you have 2 setting sprays. But I have a
I
feeling.
give her a variety.
Yeah, but you're gonna take this one because this is soft focus, right?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
definitely going to use the Hourglass Soft Focus Setting Spray. This really does give a soft focus to your skin and your makeup. It is the softest way you can set your makeup because the spray applicator, I always talk about this, the sprayer on it.
It's just like
It's like a very, you should honestly, you should
try
use
that.
this.
I
Yeah,
want to try this though because I feel like I saw a video where you dunked your face in.
I sure did.
Yeah, and it was this, right?
Until Dawn, yep.
I'm using this.
Okay, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I tried
listen.
to buy it after that video. I went into
And
store to try and buy it, and it was sold out.
It's been sold out for a long time.
Yeah.
They actually sent me the travel size. I still have the full size at home. So the travel size I carry with me. I don't use it on every one of my clients because it's really intense. Yes,
matte,
it is like,
not dry for dry skin. None.
I mean, you could get away with it depending on like if you're putting it on top of like very good skin prep, you're fine. But it is like spraying your skin with hairspray.
Hairspray.
It's no joke.
Okay.
So just trying to warn you.
I'm gonna do it.
Do you want me to do it for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Do not open your eyes for at least 5 seconds, okay?
Oh, gosh.
Okay, and hold
Don't
your
you
breath.
just sign a waiver?
Yeah. Don't sue me. Try not to intentionally
Don't
breathe,
breathe in.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Are your eyes stuck together?
No.
I think it smells really good personally.
It does, but it
It
definitely
has a-
smells. It's not for everybody.
No, it's got a perfumey scent to it. So if you don't like that, if you
It's-
are sensitive, yeah, stay
It
away.
feels light though. Was it a continuous spray?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
nice and light.
It's really nice. I mean, the spray on it is fantastic. It's a little intense, that's all.
I do like ones that are continuous. When it's like,
Yeah.
and it's like the droplets, that's when I'm like, oh, did I just ruin my makeup?
Oh yeah. Oh, for me, I love the Urban Decay All Nighter, but that always leaves makeup like blotchy. It always leaves like a patch because it
It's
just
too much droplet.
Yeah, it's way too intense. Look how fine this one
Ooh,
is.
this is not. That's nice.
It's fantastic. Okay, so I'm gonna set my makeup.
Okay, I'm gonna get that too. I want to buy that, and I want to buy the mascara.
You should. You should definitely get this for sure. And that's our final steps.
Yay! I love
I'm in a
it.
cloud of setting spray right now.
I think
I love your makeup.
I do too. I really do.
Your
Do you think
makeup
I
looks
did the?
beautiful.
Do you think I did the blush trend justice?
I do. Let me see in the mirror.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh
that's-
yeah.
That's some
I
blush.
think when you brought it up, and I loved that you used the eyeshadow in the palette with the N15. I think that was a really genius way of like also giving your makeup a more monochromatic like cohesiveness. You know,
Totally.
like there was nothing. Your makeup is very flowing.
Yes,
Like,
it's very. Yes.
Yeah,
It's
very
just like this, like.
effortless and
Yeah.
I love that. I love the way it's like flowing into each other. It's not like there's no harsh lines. It's very soft.
Thank you. I
But
love
it's
it.
like a very soft matte. I love the matte. You're right about the matte. The matte looks fantastic on you.
Thank you. Your makeup.
You
looks
should bring
amazing,
back
too.
the matte.
It
Thank
looks so
you.
good.
So I had a really hard time.
Yeah,
because
but you did great. You did really good. Like it's hard to go out of order and try different,
it is because
things that are not
you
your
know in our
norm.
heads we're so trained to like the lips are last, lips are last. But I built my whole makeup look around
Your
my lips. I was going for like somewhat inspired cherry cola lips. They're just more like neutral and pretty. So I'm not going to say like I went full on cherry cola.
Well, that was a bonus anyway.
I didn't quite nail it. Yeah, that was a little bonus.
Yeah.
I was trying to like throw in there, but I didn't quite have the cherry cola lip combo nearby. But it's pretty. It's really pretty. Soft focus skin. It's soft focus. It has glow, but in like a non-glittery way. So that's what I think when I think of soft focus. This was fun.
This was fun. I love
I had a blast with the trends. I was really hoping we're going to get some more like wild ones. I was hoping I was not going to get graphic because I have two eyes that don't match. So making them symmetrical would be just torture. But this was fun.
No, this was great because I think that this is really something that the viewer can watch and like adjust, take notes and actually implement in their normal makeup routine.
I would totally wear this makeup look. I'm telling you, it's a really pretty like matte bridal look almost. Very pretty. I think you did a fantastic job.
Thank you.
I had so much fun. I'm so grateful to have Lisa on my channel. It's so nice to have you in LA and it's so nice to have you like in my videos. It's just such a good time. I'm so thrilled to have you here with me.
Thank you. I'm so thrilled to be here.
Yeah, this was a blast. Comment below if you guys want to see any other makeup trends on my YouTube channel or on Lisa's makeup channel. If you're not subscribed to Lisa on YouTube, I don't know what you're waiting for, but please go and subscribe. I'll leave her handle in the description box. Give this video a thumbs up if you like collaborations, and I'll see you all in the next one.
Bye.